Hello everyone, my name is Katie Gaskins, and today we're going to go over the parts of an alto saxophone and how to play it. So, the first thing we're going to go over before we actually play the instrument is all the many different pieces that come with the instrument. So starting off, we have this lovely piece right here. This is our mouthpiece. Our mouthpiece is, Our mouthpiece is where we blow to make sound to go through our saxophone. And you might be wondering, because there's a big hole right here, how do we make sound with a mouthpiece with a hole in it? Well, that's when this handy dandy piece is going to come in. This is your reed. Your reed is a wooden piece that you will put right here on your mouthpiece, and when you blow, it's going to vibrate sound through your mouthpiece through the rest of the instrument. Now with this, it is recommended to use a mouthpiece that is, I believe, 2.5 inches. Yes, 2.5 inches. Now, before you place this on your mouthpiece, you're going to want to get it really nice and wet. Just like that. You're going to place it here. And now, like I said earlier, I believe, you might be wondering how it's going to stay on the mouthpiece. Well, that's when you're going to take this little handy dandy piece. This right here is called the ligature. You're going to slide your ligature right over your reed and your mouthpiece like so. Make sure it's even. Oh, mine could come down just a little bit. And then you're going to use these screws to tighten it to make sure it really stays on and stays in place. Because you don't want it to move. If it moves, then you're not going to get the sound that you want. So you get it nice and tight. Let's make sure our reed is centered. That is how it should look. Now, where are we going to put our mouthpiece? We can't just play the saxophone with this and nothing else, right? Well, we're going to take our neck. And, your neck has this rubber piece. Now, normally if you have it, it is recommended to put cork grease on it. It will help you slide this on better. Unfortunately, I am all out, so we're going to have to wiggle it around a little bit to get it where we want it. Make sure it's nice and straight and even. Let's see. I want mine on a little bit more. Oops. Now, what does the neck connect to? Our neck connects to this fun part. This is the body of our saxophone. And before I put my neck on, one thing I want you to notice about the body of the saxophone here is it has all of our bells and keys. Now, we're not going to learn how to use all of our keys today, but I am going to show you how to play something called your G scale towards the end of this video. So, you're going to take your neck and you're going to place it up here at the top of the body, like so. Just slide it in here. Again, if you do have cork grease, it's good to put a little bit on that bottom. You're then going to take this little screw. I don't know how well you can see it. Let's see. This one, you're going to use it to tighten your neck to make sure your neck doesn't move while you play. Now, some people like to just hold their saxophone like this, but for those of you that would like to have a good grip on it, I recommend using this little piece right here. This is called a neck strap. It's like a necklace. You're going to wear it around your neck to help keep your saxophone in place. And in order to do that, you're going to take this part of the neck piece, and then you are going to attach it to this part of your saxophone. Let's see, we're going to attach it like so. Then, like I said, you're going to wear it like a necklace. For those of you with long hair, I do recommend pulling that out because this will pull on your hair and that's not going to feel so good. Now, moving on. Again, I'm going to go over this one more time. We have our mouthpiece, our reed, our ligature, the neck of our saxophone, and then the body of our saxophone. Now that you're familiar with your parts and pieces, we're going to learn how to properly hold our saxophone. To do so, you're going to place your right thumb under this piece, like so, and these fingers are going to go along these keys, and you can rest your pinky on this one. Don't press down though. Just rest your fingers. With your left hand, you're going to place your left thumb on this piece, like so. Oops, like so. And then you're going to take your fingers and you're going to place them on these 3 keys. And again, you can rest your pinky on this key, but don't press down, just resting your fingers. And this is going to be how we hold our saxophone. This is going to be the best position in order for you to keep it at your mouth, like so. Now, there is something I do want to show you before we get into playing the saxophone. I'm going to take our mouthpiece off right here. Now, before you can play, there is an important thing to learn, which is mouth positioning. So, with our mouthpiece, we're going to take our mouth and we're going to fold in our bottom lip like so. And you're going to place your teeth on top. So it should look something like this. And when you can get your mouth positioned in the correct way, that is when you're going to start to blow. Now, yes, this isn't connected to the saxophone, but before we can learn how to properly play our saxophone, we have to learn how to properly get noise through the mouthpiece. So, if you're able to do your mouth in the correct manner, you should get a sound that's kind of like a duck call. So let's see if we can do it. Oh, it might be a little too tight. That is the sound you want to hear before you start playing. That is showing that you have your mouth positioned correctly. Now we're going to put this back on like so. And I'm going to teach you guys how to play your first note. Now, the first note that you'll learn when playing the saxophone is the letter G. Your G is going to be the note that you tune with. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a tuner with me, but with a tuner, if you're playing the correct G note, it will tell you if it's right, if it's a little flat, or if it's a little sharp, which will indicate to you that if the note is flat, you need to push your mouthpiece in. If it is sharp, you need to pull your mouthpiece out just a little bit off of that cork. So, in order to do a G, again, you're going to place your left thumb right here. You're going to have your fingers over these 3 keys. These 3 keys will be our G. Remember how we discussed placing our mouth on the mouthpiece? And just like that, you've played the letter G. Now, as I stated earlier in the video, I am going to demonstrate how to play the G scale. This might be a little advanced, but it's good to just go ahead and see why you can. So for the G scale, we're going to do G, A, B, C, D. For D, you're going to press all your keys, including this one back here. After D, we're going to go E and then F. And then you'll just go right back down all the way to G. And then it should sound like this. Whew. And there you go. That's all it is to it.